Viewers and subscribers, this is still BVI Channel 1, where we tell you undiluted truth. I'm still Asu Channel Peters, your advocate for good governance. Since yesterday, the news break about the Indian Air London-bound flight that crashed. Since after that news, I have been thinking, because many times when, especially air travelers, when you take a flight and stayed thousands of feet above the sea level and land safely, you will not understand what God did for you. Honestly speaking, it is not easy. I'm telling you, and seeing the families that died, a lot of stories coming up, a lot of dreams crashing, and one sole survivor who has spoken up that he jumped out of the flight few seconds before the crash. Only God knows how the guy did that. Now, let us flip the page on the other side. Why I am angry, or sad. You know that just about a couple of days ago, we nearly experienced such in Nigeria when the Minister of FCT, Nyesom Wike's flight developed fault.
Sandy, Carlos, we have to resend.
We are receiving.
No, we are climbing 340.
Yeah, but we need to reduce.
Don't need
Select the
Weber from this zero. Right naming failure due to curse. So we are heading 280, descending now. Flight level 150. Request message will have to
Oh, Father! Oh, Father! This is the time you have to put your Lord. This is the time you have to put your Lord.
1249.
Heavenly Father! Heavenly Father! Oh,
Carlos.
don't give me autopilot. No, we are descending.
We are descending. Flight level 150. The heading.
Go back. US to back.
Check the speed. Maintain 250.
No.
Yes. Don't need to hurry up. One half control. We're heading 274. Standing flight level 150.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
Back which one? Now
I
face?
hope
Yeah, no problem.
Many of you saw that video, and where he was casting and binding his spiritual colleagues, as many will call him. Yes, he had come forward to give testimony of his life since after he had the news of the flight that crashed in India.
My wife went to Lagos to bring my daughter. They landed at the Air Force Base. I was waiting. I said, okay, let me go to the Air Force Base. So when they land, I just enter the plane and go to Lagos. 15 minutes of takeoff. I went with Olaka Wogu and Marcus Village. 3 of us. And somebody was waiting for me in Lagos. I must see that night. 15 minutes of takeoff. What do we have? Boom! The air hostess was running. I said, what is the problem? She said, there's problem, there's problem. I said, what is the problem? She now ran back and came back to us. One engine is gone. And the pilot said, look, it's safer for us to turn back because it's still far going to Lagos. So can I come back to Port Harcourt? We are looking at each other. And the last thing Alaka said that day, I've not told my wife anything. But to the glory of God, we landed safely.
Now, the question is, God has given you another chance to live. It doesn't mean that those who died in that Indian air flight, they are worse than Wike. No, they are not. Most of them good people with good dreams to make lives of their people and themselves better. But death will no get sense. Go they kill those people. And many people are asking why it know they happen on these people when they make their lives miserable. That is the position of many Nigerians. If you think I'm lying, go to the comment section. You hear things for yourself. Or even go back to the video that I published about Wike's ill-fated, nearly crashed aircraft. A man was fidgeting. So these guys are afraid of dying. Perhaps when you remember the amount of money you have accumulated at the expense of people, public funds, and some of them in dislike and categories who have buried money in bunkers, whereas people are dying of starvation and hunger, dying of all manner of wickedness, including kidnapping and insecurity. When he remembers all those things that he's going to leave behind, he's shaking. He doesn't want to die. You don't want to die, but you want to go heaven. Anyway, why are they going to heaven when they've already created their own heaven on earth at your expense, Nigerians? You get the point? And again, you know, you see them casting and binding, casting and binding, casting and binding. From what I saw, the video of before the crash of that Indian Air, many of them there were calm. They weren't, you know, casting and binding, casting and binding, casting and binding. Like Wike. Perhaps because, what's the difference? They have lived their heaven on earth. You get to the point. But Africans, everybody want to go to heaven, but nobody want to die. Irony, Abi. Anyway, I want to tell you that for Wike to be fidgeting and shouting and crying and weeping for his life because aircraft developed fault, ordinary fault that even the pilots who are in control were not even bothered. The man started casting and binding. And the devil will sit down one place and say, "Do you see this one that is casting and binding us? Between you and us, now who was past?" Anyway, to the families of those that lost their life in that ill-fated flight of Indian Air, may God console their families. Okay? While we Nigerians would mind our business and concentrate our prayer, if there is any that can happen to be answered, it should be on top of these ones that had made your lives miserable. Let me have your opinion on the comment section. And what is your thought about this? Drop a prayer for the families of those that lost their lives. And what would your prayer be for your corrupt politicians where no one die? I'm Associate Peters, your advocate for good governance. Bye-bye for now. GGN, uniting the people for good governance.